Hi traders, thanks for stopping by thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor and we're going to take a look at some charts here and I'm going to give my analysis and my thought process, and you're going to walk away from this video with some newfound knowledge on technical analysis as well as hopefully some profitable trade ideas based off of this free analysis video we're about to give you right now. But first, if you're not already a member at thetradinganalyst.com, give us a visit on the homepage of the website and get to know us a little bit better. If you like these free videos that we give to you on a daily basis, it's nothing in comparison to the membership you get once you sign up and join the premium membership. As soon as you sign up and join the premium membership, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily and weekly basis. It's a great opportunity and we'd love to help you start making winning trades in the market. All right, so let's take a look at these charts here. We're going to start off with BIDU here, and what I want to point out on BIDU is BIDU broke a key support yesterday, and then we had that confirmation today. So what is that support level? Well, it's right here around 232, let's call it, okay? And it was previous resistance. You can see right there. Going back here, we got a direct hit there. Then it turned into support there. Here's a hit. Here's a direct hit on it. Here's us bouncing off of it last time. Here's another bounce off of it right here. Bouncing here. And then finally, yesterday, we closed below it. And then today, we gapped under it. And look at where we closed at and where the high got rejected at today, right at that resistance. So I think that BIDU is going to be headed lower from here. We're below the 50-day moving average, and this is just a continuation from this gap down. So there was this gap down here, and normally, in these bullish charts here, what you want to see is if we get a gap down, you want to see it recover here and break over this resistance. But we were never able to recover here, and then we broke, traded sideways for a little bit, and then traded below that support. I think that BIDU is going to be headed lower from here. Down to probably around 213, which is that gap up low. Kind of got a bounce there. Here's a bounce here, right around there. And then just to kind of look at the longer term view on BIDU, this is such a huge opportunity. If we head lower down to about 190, this is such an incredible buying opportunity. You have no idea. So we've got this trend line right here, several touches here, right there, and right here. And this trend line goes back a long way, several years. And we also have this regular former resistance, which is now support. And then you also have the volume point of control. You can see this red bar. It's where the most volume has been traded on BIDU. And when you're above a big level of volume trading, then it becomes a level of support. So 190, if we get down to 190, that is a huge buying opportunity. That could be a generational low here for BIDU. But in the short term, definitely think it's going to be headed lower based off of that analysis I just gave you. So next we're going to take a look at BABA. And if you've been following along with the videos we've been doing on Alibaba, as well as the charts we've been posting on StockTwits and Twitter, you know that we've been expecting lower prices here on Alibaba. Okay, we've been expecting lower prices since right here. We got that right here. You can see it tag that first level of mini support right here. I still think it has lower to go, but it could get some kind of a little bounce at this level. So I do think that if we head back up to maybe 180, that's the level that it's going to get rejected at. So around 180 is going to be that level. I think is a great re-short here, as I do think this pattern is a huge pattern. Okay, we broke this trend line that's been valid for a year. You can see it's really respecting this trend line. Started here, several bounces there. You can see how it's just really grinding up against it right there. You can see we got a bounce off of it there. Here's a bounce, direct hit on that right here. Kind of reacted to it right here before eventually breaking below it the next day. So definitely think that BABA is going to be headed lower from here, lower than here, but we could be seeing a stall out right here, especially because, you know, RSI is down here at 30. We're here at a support. Typically, you know, especially given how strong this market is going, I highly doubt it's going to go, you know, straight down below the support. I bet it's going to get some kind of a bounce right here. But again, I think it's a good opportunity to re-short once we get up to 180. All right, so next one we're going to take a look at is NVDA. NVDA, very similar setup here. You can see we've got this trend line started here. There's a bounce, there's a bounce, there's a bounce. Here we are reacting to it right here, and then we broke that level right here. So I do think that most likely NVDA has not seen its bottom yet. I think that if it gets a pop here, then it's likely going to break a little bit lower. And like we pointed out on BIDU, there's a really good support level below at about 165, 166. You can see this volume point of control right here. Look at how much sideways trading we did here for about a month and a half. That's where the most volume has traded for NVDA right here. You can clearly see that right here, the big red bar, that's the volume point of control. And if we head down to 165, 166, that I think is going to be a really, really good buying opportunity if we end up making it down that low. The next one we're going to take a look at is Facebook here, and Facebook, very similar. You'll notice a trend here on all these stocks that I'm covering. You can see we started this trend line back here in January of this year, got a bounce here, got a bounce here, got a bounce here, and here we are breaking this trend line right here. And if we break much lower than where we're at right, I mean, I would consider this a false breakout right here, right now. So what I mean by that is you have a big level of resistance. Here it is. Okay, and then it breaks that level of resistance, and then it doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, it doesn't really go anywhere, and then here we are breaking back below that resistance. Yesterday it officially did it, and today we got that confirmation. So I think that Facebook is most likely going to head lower from here. You know, what you want to see on breakouts is you want to see them react like this, okay? Just like Facebook did over here. So here we have this resistance. This is a very similar setup. It's almost identical to this setup right here. So if you look here to that action right here, to this action, it's very similar, except the only difference is that Facebook ended up breaking out, and that was just a real breakout right here. We went higher. That's what it's supposed to do as a pattern. Right here, we broke over that resistance, and it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go up and then back down. We just kind of broke over it a little bit, traded sideways for a little bit, and then now we're breaking back under that level. So there was that distribution up here, and now we're finally breaking back under. It's a clear rejection of these price points. Just kind of go over that like psychology of the move of a pattern like this. You know, why is it a false breakout, and why is it kind of so important? And it's because, you know, you have a resistance here. It's huge resistance here. So when it finally breaks over that price point, it's significant, okay? It's very significant. And it's even more significant that it actually broke back under it right away, okay? So that's really what you want to focus on for Facebook. The next one we're going to cover is Google. And Google right here, you can see, you know, we pointed out this action the other day, is that, you know, you had this kind of similar action. I wouldn't call this really a false breakout just because the resistance wasn't that big. You only got a couple touches, but still the action isn't great, okay? It's a mini false breakout, okay? And what I mean by that is just, you know, we got a little break over it one day and then a clear rejection back below it. So yes, the action was not good for Google, but the implications are not as drastic as it would be for Facebook, like we just covered, okay? Also, as far as Google is concerned, we've got some really nice levels below that I think are something you should not forget about. Okay, I think that if we head down to 980 or so, that's going to be a really good buying opportunity, as I think that's a good bounce zone. You can see we started this trend line here. There's a bounce, got a bounce here, got a bounce here, and then also, and that level is right around here. That's where the trend line is. And then also, if you draw a Fibonacci retracement level from this low right here to the all-time high right here, which I did so right here. This is the Fibonacci retracement level, or the retracement bar, and then the Fibonacci retracement 61.8 here, right here, matches up perfectly with that trend line right there. I think this is going to be a good buying opportunity if we end up heading even lower on Google. And right now it looks like it's probably going to head down to that level, because we clearly broke the support and then confirmed it here, and then we had a pop here on Google today, but clear rejection of those price levels. So 980, that's my level on Google that you really want to pay attention to for a bounce. The next one is Amazon, and Amazon here, Amazon is really holding up really well. If you look at Amazon compared to all the other stocks, Amazon is definitely the strongest, and that's why I think that this level right here, about $1,115 right here, is a good buying opportunity, because we have this gap up high. This is a very bullish play here, and then we had this nice move higher, and if you draw Fibonacci retracement from those highs to those lows, you get the 61.8, which matches up perfectly with this support level. You can see it was previous resistance there several days, broke over it here, and then used it as support several days. So now it's still support, and that's a 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level that I think can definitely get a hit and a bounce. The next one we're going to look at is Apple. I think that Apple is most likely going to head lower. I don't have as good of a read on Apple as far as where to short it or anything like that, but I'm more interested in buying a dip here on Apple, and I'm going to show you exactly where and why. So right here we've got this trend line started here in the beginning of, well, really the end of 2016, and really as I go over this trend line, I want you to notice something, that the trend line here on Apple is still we're still above it, okay? Whereas on Facebook we broke the trend line, BABA we broke the trend line, NVDA we broke the trend line, but stocks like Amazon, Google, and Apple are still above that trend line that we started here in the end of 2016, 2017. So you really want to pay attention to the differences between those stocks. Not all stocks are created equal, and you really want to focus on the differences between those stocks, because they're going to react a lot differently and more or less severe if the market actually takes another real dip, which I think it will in the coming week or so. So we're looking here at this trend line, started here, bounced there, got a bounce here, here's another hit of it, and that matches up perfectly with these previous highs right here. So there's our previous high, here's our previous high, and then we broke over that. So I think that level here around 163 and 164 can definitely get a bounce for Apple. So thank you for stopping by and watching this video, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you learned a lot from this video. That's why we make these videos. I love to talk about stocks, and I love to teach you guys, and I love it when you guys learn and ask me questions and really interact with me. It's really what keeps me going and helps me wake up every morning with excitement to do these videos for you guys. If you want to take your trading a step further and learn even more and start making winning trades right away as early as tomorrow, then sign up for the premium membership. And as soon as you do, you're going to get instant access to the profitable trade alerts that our current members are getting on a daily basis. It's a great opportunity for you to start making winning trades in the market.